Hello, my name's Purge, and welcome to my new video series for learning Dota 2. The purpose of the Learn Dota series is to chunk up the fundamentals of Dota 2 into different easy-to-watch videos that will hopefully make learning Dota a lot easier for you. The Dota Basics series is going to cover the absolute basic fundamentals of the game, things that you're not going to be very familiar with if you're new to a game like Dota or any MOBA. The first video, though, is going to cover what Dota 2 is overall. Now, before we get started, I just want to say thank you to Red Bull, as well as those that have contributed to my Patreon over the last couple months. This series wouldn't be happening without you guys, so thank you. With that said, let's explain Dota 2. Now, a quick disclaimer here, Dota 2 is always evolving from patches and updates several times a year thanks to IceFrog, the longtime game developer, and the rest of the team at Valve. These patches change the game in some small ways and some large ways, so there are going to be some small errors in these guides over time. With that said, let's explain Dota 2. Dota is short for Defense of the Ancients, which is the goal of the game. Your goal is to protect your team's Ancient from the enemy, while also trying to destroy your opponent's Ancient. As you enter the game, you can choose from over 100 heroes, each with unique spells, strengths, and weaknesses. They're all free to pick and available to you from the very first game, though you can't pick a hero that someone on either team has already picked. There's only one allowed per game. Though the map is the same every game, the variety of Dota comes down to the heroes picked, as each team has 5 players. There's a lot of different combinations you're going to encounter, and a lot of new things to learn. When the game begins, heroes start off weak with a small amount of gold. It's no quick task to destroy the enemy Ancient, so in order to eventually get there, they first have to destroy several defensive towers which are positioned along the 3 lanes of the map. To help fight the battle, both teams spawn a group of creeps for each lane, who sprint towards the enemy and fight whoever they encounter, very often enemy creeps. When enemy creeps die nearby your hero, heroes on your team will gain experience to level up and gain additional and stronger spells. Getting the killing blow on a creep will also grant gold, which can be spent on a large selection of items which can boost different aspects of your hero, either to make yourself or your allies more powerful, sometimes to take more damage, or to help you do battle with enemy heroes and their special skills. When you kill enemy heroes, you gain an even larger boost to experience and gold, and your enemies will have a period of time before they respawn near their Ancient. If it's later into the game, the period of respawn is going to be even longer, which makes it even easier to take objectives like towers after winning teamfights against enemy heroes. Players can also slay the monster Roshan, who dwells in a pit near the center of the map. Rosh will drop some unique items, the primary one being the Aegis of the Immortal, which allows a hero to immediately respawn upon death. While it's not required to defeat him, the gold and items that he drops will grant your team an advantage in the next fight, so it's sometimes worth doing. In order to win the game, you must destroy at least one of the enemy high ground towers, followed by a final group of defensive towers guarding the Ancient. Once you succeed at killing the Ancient, your team wins and the game is over. And that's the very basics of how a game in Dota works. Each video in the Dota Basics series might be something you know or have covered already, so feel free to skip around if you already understand the topic we cover. If you just want to learn Dota by playing games, I recommend starting with a handful of bot games, or you can play Dota Turbo, which gives more gold and the games end faster and it's easier to buy items, or if you want the big boy leagues, you can just jump into an all-pick game and play against real people. The regular episodes of the Dota Basics series are up next. We'll first cover what the map is like and how to think about it. We'll then cover how to control your hero and move around the map, and finally, some tips for hotkeys and settings so that you can actually get in and start playing Dota 2 pretty fast. If you're a more experienced player and the Dota Basics series is a little bit too simple for you, I recommend jumping forward to the Learn Dota series, because then that'll get you to the meat of Dota 2 and how to play better. Thanks for watching.